and welcome to Northumberland Hills Hospital. I'm Linda Davis, and I'm hoping most of you know me by now as President and CEO, and it is my pleasure to welcome you again this morning. I feel so fortunate to be able to do this regularly and introduce our MPP, David Piccini. So I'm going to turn it right over to you, David.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Linda, and thank you to everyone who's here today to join us for this morning's announcement. I want to appreciate all of you for taking the time out of your busy schedules, and just would like to again thank you, Linda, for everything that you do and for welcoming me here today. I'll start off by just thanking, I see the Ladies Auxiliary are here today. I know you've done some really phenomenal work. Thank you for joining us and are excited to get off the mark for fundraising coming up, and as we all gather and start to push COVID behind us. Obviously, the board as well, Pam, I see you're here today, will be extended another year. Thank you for all of the work you've done, a phenomenal board team, and we appreciate your leadership. Susan Walsh as well, incoming CEO. Excited to work with you, Susan, and I just can't wait to get started. And obviously our county councillors who are here with us today, and of course Warden Crate. So thank you very much for being with us. I'd like to just start by acknowledging Linda and her work. When I was saying to someone earlier today, when I was first elected, I can't believe it's almost 4 years ago, it's a bit much on the, all of the files you're soaking in. And I remember Linda talking to me about the hospital funding formula, which now I'm very familiar with, but at the time I didn't know. I thought, should I take Mandarin or learn about hospital funding formulas? But Linda made it exceptionally easy for me to understand. She welcomed me with open arms to this hospital. We're very, very fortunate to have had such a strong leader, and as Linda starts to wind down what has been a really storied career, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the Government of Ontario as a new MPP, as a community member who's had to use this hospital, as the son of a mum who got some very difficult news and has battled cancer twice, but this hospital's always been here for our community. And I'd like to thank you, Linda, for everything. As I said a couple years ago when I started, I know obviously we're all no stranger to the important role that our hospital plays here, and of course the community consistently answers the call when our foundation reaches out and asks for the community support. And it's easy to support a hospital when the halls are filled with such remarkable individuals. I mean, I'll never forget myself last year at the COVID first hit, having to come in for the hospital, and I'll never forget when I'm in there going in and you have to put on a robe, and someone said, "Oh, you're Dave Piccini," and I didn't know whether to run or what, but it was so welcoming. Everybody from the nursing staff, our physicians, all healthcare professionals, support staff, administration. We really, as a community, are proud of our hospital, and it's because of you, the people, that we're so proud of everything that you do. And last year, when our government announced an investment of $935 million into the hospital sector, it included $594 million to accelerate progress on our commitment to address capacity issues. When COVID hit, time and time again, our healthcare heroes answered the call. And I know it's been incredibly difficult on our hospitals. Last year's investment represented a 3% sector growth. And I know on the outset of COVID in 2019, we were here with Premier Ford and Minister Elliott to announce fixing the medium-sized funding formula. So that was a big announcement. Flash forward to today, in 2021, and I'm proud to announce 2021-2022, a $1.8 billion investment to support our hospitals. This includes a $778 million investment to meet current and future demands. So what does this all mean? Well, today, this means, and I'm proud to announce, a $1.497 million increase in funding for Northumberland Hills Hospital. That represents just under a 3% increase, and I'm really proud to say that, since the days when I was first elected, coming from a background in healthcare, this represents cumulative since 2017-18, a 31% increase in funding. 31%. You deserve it. You deserve it, our hospital deserves it, and to meet current and future needs of an ever-growing and vibrant community, our hospital's got to be there, and you have. So thank you to everyone for joining us today, to all of the healthcare workers here today. It's been an honor to represent you, and I again want to thank all of you, and especially Linda. Thank you again for all of you.
Thank you very much. And I'm actually going to invite Warden Crate up if he'd like to say a few words. Warden?
I start by saying how happy I was that Italy won yesterday afternoon, because I knew that I would see a smile on David's face when I got to Coburg. Well, good morning, everyone. On behalf of Northumberland County Council, it's a pleasure to be here today. I want to thank Linda Davis, the NHH board, and Minister Piccini for the opportunity to join you for this exciting announcement. The health of local hospital operations is vital to the very health and well-being of our rural community. COVID-19 has further underscored this fact, with Northumberland residents turning to our hospitals and medical professionals for leadership, assurance, and for reliable, high-quality care when needed throughout the global pandemic. The availability of care services close to homes means earlier intervention, improved experience for patients and their families, and ultimately improved health outcome. This is why the funding announced today is so important. This funding will deliver a meaningful impact to Northumberland Hills Hospital, enabling them to address increasing demands for our growing and aging community, and to foster the necessary agility to pivot quickly in order to meet unanticipated needs as they have over the last year and a half. I want to thank the province for this investment in sustainable, high-quality health care for patients and families in Northumberland. This is further evidence of the province's commitment to ending hallway medicine and to overcoming the challenges created by COVID-19 as our hospital and our community works towards recovery and renewal from the global pandemic. I also want to specifically thank Minister Piccini for his continued advocacy on behalf of Northumberland and for bringing this good news to us today. Finally, in closing, I would like to congratulate Linda Davis as she prepares for retirement. Linda has demonstrated a significant vision and leadership during her time at NHH, guiding the hospital through the recent unprecedented circumstances while spearheading community collaboration to strengthen local health systems. We thank her for her efforts and wish her well in the next chapter. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Warden Crate. I'd also like to acknowledge other mayors who are here today, Stanford, Latchford, and I'm not sure if I'm missing anyone, but thank you so much for coming out. I just want to make a few comments because this may be my last opportunity at a podium. Not that I gravitate to podiums, but I just want to say thank you as well to David. You have been stellar in supporting NHH and advocating for us. Yeah, the funding formula was a bit tough to understand, but you got it. David came and toured with me on Christmas Day. He met with patients and with staff and has just really gotten to know our community, our hospital for sure. And I can't thank you enough for all the great support that you have provided to this hospital. I think to the county, warden, thank you as well for your continued support. I know Jennifer Moore, our CAO, is also here somewhere. Jennifer, thank you so much for your ongoing support. As we said to you in our presentation, this is a joint effort. We have the province coming to the table to support us. We also need our community through the foundation and raising funds, but we also need the county. This is a joint effort, and today is really a testimony to how the province continues to support healthcare close to home. I think last, I really need to thank the staff and physicians of NHH, and of course the board, Pam. You've been stellar in supporting this organization really throughout COVID. You kept checking in, making sure we were okay, but just making sure that we were okay and letting us continue to support in whatever way we needed to. To the staff and physicians, and many of you here who are leaders of our management team, this doesn't happen easily or quickly, and it doesn't happen overnight. You have been absolutely steadfast in that whole commitment to helping to support quality patient care at NHH. You've provided leadership, you've provided mentorship to our staff, and really it has shown. We've been able to support our community even more in the past year and a half throughout COVID. I couldn't be more proud of ending my career than ending it at NHH with such a great team, such a great community support, great municipal support, and certainly provincial support as well. It truly is. I'm ending a career of 49 years, and it is a tremendous way to in fact end. I can't remember if there was something else that I wanted to say, the money, thank you for the money, will be used to help support patient care. As David already said, our community is growing. This hospital is growing. It was built for 137 beds. During COVID, we were operating 140, Susan, or maybe even more. We've had to open those beds. We've had to hire staff, and we will continue to hire staff. So this funding will continue to support work at the bedside, and I think that's the most important. We're here to serve the community, not only our families and ourselves, the rest of our community, but also really to continue to provide stellar patient care. So thank you so much for coming this morning, and again, thank you, Piccini, for your comments, and I think this ends our formal remarks. So thank you.
Questions?
What does this mean for the community now, this investment?
Certainly, as I said, this investment means that we can continue to provide and grow patient care at the bedside. We have already extended ourselves in hiring staff throughout COVID. We will continue to do that. We will continue to operate all of our beds and then some. So really it's to provide the nursing staff, the housekeeping staff, provide all of the supplies. It is all of that. This is operational funding. It will go to operations.
Thank you.
I would just add to that, when throughout the pandemic, be it the vaccine effort, when we're all grappling with vaccine rollout, at the time limited supply, and we all knew we'd get increased supply, but at every step of the way our hospital stood up. Linda and the team, they never, it wasn't a question of asking questions and then acting, it was acting first, and then we would address things after the fact. So at every time, be it, as she mentioned, operating at 140 plus beds, the team and the hospital has always acted first, and I don't think you can ask for more in a community like this, so it deserves obviously a government that can continue to keep up and meet those increased demands, and the hospital's never shied away from doing that.
And it does take a team to do that, truly. We've had great support from primary care, from our leadership within the organization, as well as our community partners. The municipality, Jennifer and her team did a lot of the call-outs to try to get the 80-plus seniors in for their vaccines. So we're much stronger as a community, and that's what I've really appreciated in the last 2 or 3 years. We've had the opportunity to partner locally with whether it's the municipality, whether it is the Port Hope Community Health Center, all of the family health teams, primary care, CHC Community Care Northumberland, and form an Ontario health team. And we are much stronger when we come together, and we witnessed that throughout COVID. We were just getting off the mark in December 2019. COVID hits March 2020, and we're here together, holding together a community, and I think providing stronger care. So as though I'm ending my career, I'm so excited to see the partnerships that are being formed through Ontario health teams. That's what I think healthcare is all about, is locally working together to provide that stronger and better